Hello, bookish friends. Welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures, and it's my book haul for October part 2, and I'm excited. I'm going to talk about the paperbacks first, and then we'll go into the hardcovers, which I'm actually really running out of room. I'm not judging myself because I have a lot of more books taken on the haul, but hardbacks are big. So I'm actually really excited for this release. The Keeper of Magical Things by Julie, I want to say Leon. Just gonna say Julie. Certainly, Burl Rush wants to be useful to the Guild of Magic that took her in as a novice, to the little brother who depends on her, and to whomever she else can help. Unfortunately, her tepid magic hasn't proven much use to anyone. When certainly, when certainly has the chance to earn her magehood via a seemingly straightforward assignment, she takes it. Never mind that she will have to work with the mage Aurelia, or Aurelia? I want to say Aurelia, the brilliant, unfairly attractive overachiever who managed to alienate everyone around her. The two must transport the minorly magical artifacts somewhere safe, spelling the dullest, least magical village around. There they must fix up an old warehouse, separate the gossipy teapots from the kind of flaming swords, corral an unruly little cat dragon who has tagged along, and above all, avoid complications. The guild's uneasy relationship with citizens is at a tipping point, and the last thing needed is a magical incident. Still, as a mage and a novice come to Shelvling residents and each other, novice come to know the Shelvling residents and each other. They realize the guild's hoarded magic might do more good being shared. Friendships blossom while Certainty and Aurelia work to make Shelving the haven it could be, but magic is fickle. Add attraction, and it might spell trouble. I have a think I'm gonna see if I can get the audiobook and immersion read this so I can saying the name correctly. It's frustrating how certain names with my dyslexia have been driving me crazy lately. The Devil She Knows by Alexandra Belfler. I've read from this author before. I This might be my October wrap up. I think I can honestly probably finish this before the end of October. A down on her luck woman makes a deal with a crafty demon to win back her ex-girlfriend after a proposal gone awry, only to discover the girl of her dreams might be the devil she knows. Samantha Cooper is having a day from hell in less than 24 hours. Her life has an raveled, leaving her single and with nowhere to live. Adding insult to injury, she's trapped in an elevator with a gorgeous woman who claims to be a demon. Daphne's not all what Samantha expected from someone insisting she's evil, an evil supernatural entity. She's pretty, witty, dressed in pink, and smells nice. She's here to offer Samantha a deal she can't refuse. 6 wishes in exchange for one tiny trade. Samantha's soul. There's a glaring loophole in their contract. One Samantha fully intends to exploit so she doesn't have to fork over her soul. After all, she only needs one wish to win back her ex. Hell bent to gather the last of the 1,000 souls she needs so she can be free of her own devilish deal, Daphne grants each of Samantha's wishes with a twist. So Samantha is forced to make more. As Samantha wishes dwindle and Daphne offers her glimpses into the life she thought she wanted, the unlikely pair grows close. Perhaps the girl of Samantha's dreams is actually the stuff of nightmares, but Samantha and Daphne will have to outsmart the devil himself if they want a chance at happily ever after. Sounds so fun. As my paperbacks are sliding, I have a bone to pick with this book. So it arrived from Amazon with another book in the stack, and it stained the other book's page. I'm not trading the book back in because it's in perfectly good condition, other than some of this getting onto that other book. So we have The Huntsman by Nymeria Naima Simone. Naima, I'm just gonna say The Huntsman, and it is from honestly one of my favorite publishing houses, Bramble. The Huntsman is after me, but he will be mine first. 9 years ago, my aunt took everything from me: my world, my throne, my mother. I abided my time since then, serving under her in the Mujon crime family. But she's crossed another line. She put a price on my head, sending the legendary assassin, the Huntsman. Mache Bodwin is after me. As I butchered these names, it's getting more annoying. The Huntsman has never failed a contract before, but I know everything there is to know about him. It's finally time to take my revenge and finish the war my aunt started. The Huntsman might be my Neth, but I want to say Malachi, but it's like Malachi Bowden. He's my weakness. Welcome to the hunted kingdom. So I'm really excited for this. Still very annoyed that it died my book. So I did not know that this was Sapphic. I watched it in someone's other book haul, and then I bought it. House of Rain by Harley Rowe. I believe that's how you say that name. Once the island has you, it won't let you go. Ooh, that's a good crack. A night of forbidden passion opens a Pandora's box of dangerous secrets and dark magic on a remote island. Salem? I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be marrying my fiance, looking forward to the honeymoon. Instead, I found myself on a ferry headed for the historic Belfour Manor on Blackridge Island in the Pacific Northwest. Now I'm stranded with Rain, a woman I'm irresistibly drawn to. Rain holds a secret as dark and mysterious as her old house. Crimson shadows stalk the halls. Strange voices call out in the night. But it is she who haunts me the most. Following a gruesome murder, the island's true nature is revealed, and every night becomes a fight for survival. Something is stalking the forest, killing indiscriminately. This time, we're its prey. Rain. Death has followed me since childhood. My mother's murder, my father's violent death changed me, teaching me how cruel this world could be. I never got what I wanted until Salem showed up at my door. She's adventurous, beautiful, and doomed if she stays here. Now I suddenly have something to lose. The woman who broke down my walls and saw through my mask, who showed me I'm worth loving. My family has long been buried, but even the vilest of secrets must be dug up to survive the evil that haunts us. I finally have something to fight for, and I'll do whatever it takes for her. I'm actually really, really, really wanting to read that. That just sounds like perfect. I'm going to do this stack so I can show you the book that got probably a little bit assassinated from The Huntsman. This one I pre-ordered like before I saw the cover, and I am so happy. So we have The Moth Dark by Kika. I'm not saying the last name. I'm not even going to attempt it. I don't know if this is a debut, but I think it might be. Sashi has always loved the dark. 6 years ago, when the world she knew collided with the world of the dark, she found it thrilling rather than terrifying. Now she spends her days studying dark creatures or seeking them out in the shadows where they thrive. Then one day, she impossibly pulls a person from the dark. Person shouldn't exist, and they're here to kill her. Na Geru, the heir of the Dark World, claims to be delivering a sentence for Sashi's betrayal in a battle she never heard of in a war that hasn't happened. Sashi escapes. Sasuke, I'm going to say Sasuke escapes with her life barely. But the tensions are brewing between her world and the dark, and it's not long before she discovers that she and Nagu are bound together by forces they don't understand. As they grow close, crossing the worlds and timelines, they must find a way to fight for peace and for each other. You can't really tell, but it is like a gray sprayed edge, which kind of confused. I thought it was white when it got delivered, and I was like, that's kind of confusing until I saw it in a different light. It is beautiful and it's stunning. Now, here's a book. I remember when I was pre ordering books for this year, I saw this and I ran around the house because I was like, finally, this book is just calling to me. And it's here. We have The Changeling Queen by Kimberly Bay. At the murk and midnight hour, she rides. Look at that. Look at that. On Saham, I'm a fairy and fairy is me. On Saham, in medieval Scotland, pregnant Janet rescues her lover Tamlin from being sacrificed by the Wild Hunt, by the callous fairy queen, is not finished with them yet. Over the span of a single night, the queen and Janet spar over Tamlin's fate. The queen aims to win, knowing how fickle mortals can be. Long before she was royalty, she was simply Bess, the changeling daughter of a midwife. Born with magic and mortal blood, Bess feared there was no true place for her on either side of the veil. She found refuge in the arms of the charming Thomas Shepherd, the bastard son of a local noble. While villagers view her as a scandal, Bess' cunning knowledge and secret dark gifts attract the attention of the elf lord. It almost spells Amanda. It does kind of spell Amanda in a way. Amadin, wily and silver tongued, Amadin led Bess into the fairy realm of Deathlands, where her heart warred against destiny. She fought to keep both, but at what cost? Inspired by Scotland's famous ballad of Tamlin, and weaving together folklore, tragic romance, the changing queen journeyed into the memory and betrayal of redemption will leave you spellbound. We have Blind Date with the Werewolf by Patricia Briggs, a novel and stories. Oh, okay. When this deadly werewolf, Azel, is gifted 5 blind dates by anonymous friends, his recluse life will never be the same in this enthralling novel and the stories from the best New York Times selling author of the Mercy Thompson series includes 2 all new stories as well as 3 previously published. So is it a novella? I've read one of Patricia Mercy Thompson books. I never continued on, but if they all get republished, I might. Dear Hazel, we are worried about you. A werewolf alone is a sad thing, especially at Christmas time. So we have a challenge for you 5 dates in 3 weeks. We've taken the work out of it and connected you with 5 people from online dating sites. You should also know that we have informed the whole pack and instigated a betting pool. Have fun. Sincerely, your concerned friends. I think this is like a good in between for Christmas and November. I think it will be fun. And it's short. So I think that will be a good one. Now, this one, I don't know if I should read the description because I don't know if it's a sequel. It was the first book was originally supposed to be on my October TBR. Never got around to reading it, and we're almost towards the end of October. I think maybe it's a companion novel, The Captain and the First Blood Game by Kay Linda, but I'm still not going to read the description because I don't want to spoil myself. Now, this is the book that got, which makes me sad because I've been really excited about this book, and I'm still excited. I'm just sad that some of the red sprayed edges, you can't really see it, maybe a little bit, like, got on it. It's still in perfectly good condition, but it kind of annoys me. So we have the Isles in Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. Two lovers endured centuries of a ending in world fantasy. Oh, okay. I'll just read the description. It's talking about in England, fueled by stories, the knight and the witch are fated to fall in love and doomed each other over and over. Same tale has been retold hundreds of lifetimes. Simran is a witch of the woods. Vina is a knight of the queen's court. When the two women begin to fall for each other, how can they surrender to their desires given in is when to give it in is it to destroy each other? As they seek a way to break the cycle, a mysterious assassin begins targeting tales like theirs. To survive, the two of them will need to write a stronger story than the one that fate has given them. But what tale is stronger than the knight and the witch? Look, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? We're almost towards the end. We have one, two, three, four, five books. We have a curse of as the book falls. It's okay. A Curse of Shadows and Ice by Catherine, I want to say Mara. It's actually really tiny. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling about a cursed emperor living in the shadows of a kingdom frozen, dying, and the princess who could set them all free. The kingdom of Althea has taken almost everything from Arabella. Her mother, her happiness, her sense of self. All it's giving her in return is the shame of being an unwanted daughter. The princess no one notices. Then the most powerful man in the realm, known for his ruthlessness, demands Arabella's hand in marriage. Too late, she learns that he and his land are cursed. Now she's married to a beast. That's everything to fear about Felix or Orsias. His powerful alchemy, his mercurial temper, and the shadows that seem to slither through his blood. When Arabella discovers she's destined to break the 200-year-old curse of ice and perpetual darkness in which his empire has been caught, she knows her life depends on playing the role her new husband expects. She'll pretend she's strong. She'll pretend she's brave, but nothing about her magnetic husband is what she expected, and her feelings for him are begin to turn to bitterness, to burning desire. Yet not everything, even his shadows, can obscure the truth that the Shadow Emperor is a true monster. So is she. I might save this for Polathon. Alright. This one was a very fast pre-order. A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I am but a verse inspired by your course, and I will follow you until the end. Cover, sprayed edges. Enter the Isles of Cadence in a special collector's edition of River Enchanted, the stunning first adult novel from the New York Times best-selling author of The Divine Rivals. It starts with a letter and an ominous journey across dark waters. 10 years after being sent away to the mainland, become a bard, Jack Tamerlane is summoned home to Cadence. Girls are missing from the island, and Adrena, his childhood nemesis, the future leader of the clan, believes Jack is the one who can find him. The elemental spirits that dwell in every breath of air, splash of water, blade of glass, flicker of fire, find myth in the lives of humans, and a bard's music is the only way to summon them and ask the girls to be returned. Yet as Jack and Adrena gets closer to solving the mystery, it becomes apparent that an older, darker secret about Candace Candace lurks beneath the surface, and a harp song may not be strong enough to stop it. With unforgettable characters, a thrilling plot, and a lush folklore-inspired world, River Enchanted is a stirring story of duty, love, and creating harmony between opposing forces. This is the first book in the Elements of Cadence duology, marks Rebecca Ross's brilliant entry to adult fantasy stage. Did not know it was a duology. I'll see if I can pre-order the next book, because that will determine if I pre-order it and it comes out next fall. I might wait till next fall to read it. We have Never Ever After, Defy the Fairy Tale, Seize Your Fate by Su Lin Tam. These end pages. Fate isn't forged in iron. Life in the Iron Mountains is harsh, unforgiving. After the death of her beloved uncle, Ying has survived by becoming a skilled thief and even a better liar. When she acquires an enchanted ring that holds the key to a brighter future, it is stolen by her stepman, and Ying must venture to the imperial heart of the kingdom to seize it back. Amid the grandeur of the palace, Ying catches the eye of a ruthless and ambitious prince who tempts her with a world she has never been imagined. But it's nothing as it seems, for she is trapped in a tangle of power, treachery, and greed. Her only ally, the cunning advisor from a rival court, who keeps dangerous secrets of his own. To break free, she must unravel the mystery of her past, fight for a future that both frightens her and calls to her. Never After is a powerful and fierce reimagining of Cinderella, the first in a breathtaking new fantasy romance series influenced by Chinese fairy tales from the acclaimed author of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I actually wouldn't mind a new take on fairy tales. We have Red City. Power Has Always Has a Price by Marie Lu. When you win the game of power, who do you lose? Alchemy is a hidden art of transformation, an exclusive power wielded by criminal syndicates. The market to the world's elite in the form of sand, a drug that enhances those who take it into a more perfect version of themselves, more beautiful, more charismatic, simply more. Among the gleaming skyscrapers and rolling foothills of Angel City, alchemy is controlled by two rival syndicates. For years, Grand Central and the Lumens have been balanced on a razor edge between polite negotiation and outright violence, but the two childhood friends step into the delicate equation, the city and the past of their lives, with irreconcilable change. The daughter of a poor single mother, Sam, would do anything to claw her way into the ranks of the Grand Central in search of a better life. Plucked away from his family as a boy to become a Lumiere's apprentice, Ari is one of the syndicate's brightest rising stars. Once they might have loved each other, but as the two alchemists face off across opposite sides of an ever-escalated conflict, ambition will become power, loyalty will become lies, and no transformation may be the perfect enough for both of them to survive the upcoming war. I think that's a start to a new series. Now, I have a collector's edition of Lights Out by Neves. I'm so sorry, my microphone died. I have to review the footage and see if I have to refilm a bunch of it. I think it just died right as I was saying. I have the collector's edition by Nevessa Allen, Lights Out. I have read this. A dark romance you've never seen before. Can you handle the ride? I want someone with a soul as black as night, someone who will burn the world down for me and lose a single minute of sleep over it. Trauma nurse Allie doesn't need any more kinks. She likes the one she's landed on just fine to her. Nothing could top the masked men who she follows online. She fantasizes about one man in particular hunting her down. But she could never have guessed that one drunken text could make those dreams into reality. I want things people don't. Craving darkness and depravity instead of light and love. Josh has spent his entire life avoiding the limelight. But his online persona is another story. At night, he posts mass thirst traps for his millions of fans, but one follower has caught his eye. Allie. Together, Allie and Josh live out their darkest fantasies, unaware that Allie's captured the attention of someone far more sinister intentions. As Josh turns from predator to protector, he must ask himself how far he'll go for the woman he's obsessed with. Now, there's other books in this series. I'm hoping they can get collector's editions. If not, they can just stay my Kindle books. That is it for the second part of this book haul. If you've read any of these books, let me know which ones to read first, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.